Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Brandon. I'm the CEO and founder of YoReSpot, and I am going to walk you guys through the website slowly, and I have it on suitable for work so that it can stay up on YouTube and you guys can give this a watch. So I'm gonna cut right into it because I don't like talking about nonsense. We have a new game. As you can see in the very first thing there, the announcement, you can earn points for simply just getting it right. So images will pop up regardless of your safe for work, not safe for work filter. And you will need to decide whether or not you would consider that safe for work or not safe for work. When you do this, it helps the site know what is safe for work and what is not safe for work, making my job much easier. And because you're making my job much easier, I'm going to give you credits for free. So that game's kind of fun. Even I use it, and I've got 250,000 points. So I do it just okay. So another thing is when you're on there, if the image is bad quality, report it as bad quality. There's a button there. It's very important that we get, some of these accounts are old. You know, some of these people made this, generated 10, 15 images. They don't know how to prompt. And then they left. Haven't been on, or they forgot that their image was sitting there. Either or. If it's bad quality, I don't want to host it because we are the only site in the entire world that hosts the files themselves. Not on Cloudflare, not on AWS, not on any kind of cloud storage, because that, when you upload a file somewhere, it leaves that file somewhere. Nothing is truly ever gone unless you zero out a hard drive, 13 pass, 11 pass, whatever you want to call it. So in that case, I want to be in control of what images are on the site so that you're in control of what images are on the site. Once you hit delete, it's deleted immediately. It is gone. It is completely gone. I'm not going to host your files that you don't want hosted to begin with because it takes up storage. Some of our users have 86,000 generated images. I was just looking at one, that's why I picked that number. 86,000 images, not even their videos, just their images. One user. That's a lot of images. Roughly at 4 megabytes an image, that is a ton of space. So I like to keep the site clean for your protection, for my protection, and for your security, safe of peace of mind. Okay, so on with the next step. We do offer people to grow with us. We started out as a simple, we had 15, 20 users. This was about, I'd say a year ago. And, it's generating pretty decent money. I started building AI games, training AI large language models, started on Civet, building LoRa's, became extremely popular on there, was the #1 model builder for SDXL and Illustrious for probably about 6 months straight. And then I came out with the first ever undressing LoRa for WAN 2.2. They did not like that, and they removed my account. Luckily, I saved it on my computer, and I use it here. That is the video undress. Or that's the undressing video, and that is the very first video model I ever made. I'm going to refine and retune that model now that I am much better with WAN 2.2 image or videos. So the point is, we gained a whole bunch of traction. We gained a whole bunch. We started out with two 4090s. Actually, we started out with one 4090 and a 3060. And that's not a very good start, but it is a start. Now we have 3 RTX 6000 Pros, which are $10,000 a piece. We have 3 4090s, which are $2,000 each new, or each used. And then we have 2 5070s and 2 3060s. Those are for the chat models, etc., etc., etc. And now we're on servers, actual rack servers, instead of all being hosted off my super wicked gaming computer, which is how we started. So now we have a ton of money in this, a ton of networking. We don't use any kind of online services. We have our own SSL. Everything is completely handled by us so that no one has any excuse to be in the server and see what you're creating at all. And I honestly don't care, as long as it's not illegal. Sure. What determines if it's illegal? Let's go over that real quick. Anything to do with children, not tolerated at all, 0. If you accidentally create an image, because the prompts it does happen, that looks like a minor, that looks like a kid, we simply ask you just delete it. Go onto your profile, click the 3 buttons and click delete. That's it. You don't get a strike. You don't get a warning. You just delete it. If you keep the image, that's where it raises suspicion. Why did you keep it? If I have to manually remove it because it was flagged by somebody else or in your private folder and our tagger caught it, I'm not going to be happy, and your appeal, unless you're on your hands and knees begging, is not getting approved. Why did you hang on to it? Use your brain, guys. We don't have too many people that do that, but there are some that are trying to fine-tune their prompt to get exactly what they want, and the first couple images are not good. So, next thing. Well, so while we're growing, the idea is that you grow with us. So what we've done is we have gotten the evaluation done professionally based off our software, the hours involved, our hardware, networking, and absolutely anything to do with the site, how many users we have, how many are active. You know, we don't count inactive users. They get deleted. You'll see a drop every once in a while. That drop is because the valuation is based off of total users as well. So that's why it'll go down briefly. If people aren't using the site, I'm not using false numbers to make a false valuation. I'm not like every other company in the world. I want you to know exactly what this company is worth at all times, and you can go down to the bottom of the screen and you can click evaluation and you can see it in real time. Don't believe me? Make a payment. Pay $5. And then go back to that page and you'll see that it went up $5. That's how simple it is. It's have your friend join and see that it went up $10, or I think it's $2.50 per person, whatever. Anyways, that is the idea. So the bigger we get, the more you make. Also, you can watch the chart and see how much your money has grown. It's that simple. It is so simple. Jump on it. Okay. Video queue. This site was intentionally started for just writing AI and image generation. It was not designed to end up being a video generation website. It was a thing that I thought would be kind of cool. And then the GPUs were floored all the time. Literally all the time. And from the videos. And I was like, okay, well, people are spending money on the credits. This might be a great direction to go. What I didn't realize is how expensive those cards were. So, with that being said, They're $10,000 a piece. Why do I need such a big card? Well, because the price of a 5090, which would definitely work for video generation, it's 24 gigs of RAM. It would not load the entire model on there, but one time. And then if you switched LoRa's, and it would do RAM swapping back and forth based off the LoRa's you were using for the different workflows. Not a big deal exactly, except for these cards are still $4,500. And, you know, LoRa swapping is a major time consuming issue. Now with RTX 6000 having 96 gigabytes of RAM, it can load all of it and never unload it. So therefore, when you generate something, you go over and try generating a completely different workflow, it's already loaded on there. It's going to start generating now. Okay, so the less than 24 hour only month package deal, I should remove that because we got a lot of people take advantage of that, and unlimited generations, although it was a great idea, makes it to where new consumers, when you guys sign up, you are now in a humongously long waiting line where it says maximum queue reached. And I don't like that, but we needed startup capital, so that was the idea. Might offer something down the road, not sure. Okay, so if you haven't paid at all, you're here, you're getting your credits from watching these videos, great. You write, comment, actually good comments, not one word. You get your credits that way. I don't have a problem with that. Like, that's what we built that for. What I have an issue with is people not understanding that free accounts that don't even spend $5, there's a negative side to that. One, you don't get private storage. So up in your corner on your name, where it shows your avatar, right up here, the little green circle for me, if you go to settings, and you can't even click the make my stuff private. So that makes it to where everything you make is private, it's not public, no one else can see it, etc., etc. You do not get that option. Another option that you don't get is the refunds. You don't get refunded if something fails. Now you can do your 3 a day refunds on your profile page if something didn't turn out right. That's fine. But let's say that all of a sudden a storm comes through and you had 3 items sitting in the queue, and for video, which are 150 points a piece. And you're like, finally got enough points. And then all of a sudden we have a storm outage and it disrupts the server momentarily, disconnects the 2 servers from talking to each other, and then it ends up failing. You don't get credits back for that. And now that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Quinn fights over RAM with this RTX 6000 on one of the servers. We're waiting for another board to show up. So therefore, Quinn sometimes will fail. At 50 credits an image, that's a risk you take too. So it's best just throw $5 at it and have your rear end covered than to not be part of it at all. Okay, generations disappearing. Let's say you make a generation and you didn't realize it was going to take so long. You didn't go to the home page. You didn't look at the queue line, which is right on the home page here. It tells you how many items are currently in queue. If it says 12, don't kid yourself. It's not at 12. It's actually at 36, because that's across 3 cards. Now, when a position opens, yeah, you're still at 12, or you'd be at 12, but you're waiting the entire length of 12 videos, no matter what, to be generated before yours. So that's let's say you make those videos and everything, it just turns out bad quality, or something, you know, that's why we offer, because bad quality, if I see a video that's absolutely just ridiculous, like it didn't turn out at all, you didn't follow the instructions, you clearly have never used anything like this before, and you expected something different, but it turned out horrible, I don't want to host your file that you are not proud of. So it's getting deleted. You know, we don't want to save videos and save images that are just horrible quality. So you might wake up in the morning and then the videos you created, all 3 of them are just gone. Now the thing is, if I delete them, you get an email, so check your spam folder. I don't just delete them and make you wonder what's going on. It either failed, no email, or I deleted it and you get an email saying that most likely it was deleted for bad quality, or it was illegal, etc., etc. But you can read there, you're not allowed to use real famous people to make porn. It's actually a felony. You can't do that. It's deep fake porn. It's illegal. Now, if you do something kind of whatever, you know, and it ends up in your private profile, and I don't see it, then so be it. I don't really care. I just can't host it. So, quotes, don't do it. Unquote. Okay. Now, let's say you don't know how to prompt. You have no idea how to prompt at all. Click the Learn to Prompt button right there. You can take any image that you're trying to generate and you can upload it. And then you can hit prompt. And that will tell you exactly how to prompt an image that looks very close to what you're trying to do. Now keep in mind, the anime, there are a whole bunch of variations here. You got SDXL, which is mostly for realistic images. You got Illustrious, which can do realistic images. They're just more of a hyper-realistic, but they can do realistic as well. And then you got Noob AI, which is an advanced version of Illustrious, and then you've got Pony, which is generally strict anime only, and which there are some Pony models, Laura's out there that does, or checkpoints out there that do allow for realistic, but it's not worth it. Junk. So, start creating. Get involved. Share this. You get points for everything. For everything. Every comment you get. Every comment you make. Every like you make. Every like someone else makes on one of yours. It's a community. Share your art. Be proud of it. You know, that's the whole idea here. Your profile is like MySpace's. You know, it looks kind of like MySpace. Used to back in the day. You can add a song to it. Go to customize. You can put a ring around your avatar for like an avatar decoration. You can make your profile be pretty wicked. And, you know, banner and all this good stuff. And that's all free. If you create a tune, create a character, it's down at the bottom. AI girlfriend, I think it's called, but AI companions. Okay, not gonna click that. But let's say you make one and you want it to have a special voice. You can upload an MP3 of a voice that you like. Just a short little clip. It only has to be 10 seconds long or 5 seconds long. And then when you're chatting with that tune, that character you made, with the personality that you gave it, she'll talk to you. You can press a little button and she will talk to you in the voice that you selected. We have so many advanced features here. We are so past all of our competitors. All we need to do is fine tune this website, get all the little bugs and kinks out of it, and we offer more in one spot, your spot, than any other site offers. You might be able to get one feature here and one feature there. That's really good because they focus only on one feature. I wanted to bring in mediocre features all together and then fine tune them and have one space you could go and you could do everything that you wanted to do in just one little area. So that's the idea. So we've covered the basics. Like I said, I don't want to click too much off this page, even though I am on the Safe for Work side. But right here you can see that there are 22 videos or 21 videos in queue. No one's generating any images right now. And even though that says 2 or 3, it's actually 3 or 3. I need to fix that. The API for a health check on that is, it's not reading it, even though it's perfectly fine. No one's using Quen, which is sad, because that used to be our #1 seller right there. Remove her dress and make her wear birthday outfits, birthday suit. So yeah, as you can see here, if you do one now, you're gonna be waiting not 20. You're gonna be waiting. So that's 10 on each card, because right now I'm using 1 card. I'm training a new video model that I think you guys are gonna love. So it's kind of like the smash cut, except for this is smash cut split roast. Yep, can't go any more detail than that, but you get the idea. So it was really good to talk to the users who actually are on the site. We have a lot, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the video. And if you have questions, by all means, write me on the site. I may be the CEO, but I love hearing what you guys have to say, because that's what makes you stay. That's what makes you stay. You know how many people I've talked into staying? Like, wait, why you want to leave again? Oh, here, I can fix that. Just chill. Here, give me 5 minutes. You know, I don't want to lose the customer. Even if they're non-paying, I don't want to lose anybody. I just want everybody to have one place they can go that they just love it and they know they're going to get taken care of. And I've done that. So I want you guys to enjoy. Questions about, hey, I submitted a video, I submitted an image into the contest, because that pays off good. And I can't see it though. Well, that's because you can't see it. I don't want you voting on your own video. That's cheating. Trust me, it's there. So that's the idea. As the contest, bingo. A lot of users are like, hey, I tried claiming the credits and I didn't get them. Yes, you did. There's nothing wrong with bingo. Now, there is something wrong with you clicking the button too fast. So if it says claim 50 credits or claim 100 credits or whatever, click it, wait 2 seconds. 1, 2, click it again. 1, 2. I mean, if you have 3 filled or 4, that is how it works. People get on there and click. Well, that automatically sends 3 requests to MySQL. MySQL says, wait a minute, flooding going on here. This looks like a duplicate click, and we're going to lock it. Don't do that. That's stupid. You're not in a hurry to get it in half a second. It's not going to make a difference. Just chill, relax, enjoy life. All right, so we've covered that. In the gallery, every single image or video that's generated has a prompt. When you click the image, you can comment on their stuff. You can read the prompt that they used, the checkpoint that they used, LoRa's if they used any, so that you know how to generate images relatively close to that one. The auction has been going really good. I've been seeing a lot of good work in there. I've been nabbing quite a bit of it myself, to be honest. And people, that's a way for you to sell your work. I want to keep this in mind, in the back of all your minds. Every image you generate, every video you generate on the site, you own. I don't own. You own that image. You created it. Now, I'm saying this for 2 reasons. One, for a legal standpoint. I didn't generate it. You did. And 2, if you sell something in the auction, and then later on you want to delete your account, and you want all the images and videos that you ever created just to go with you. You don't want to leave any trace that you ever were here. You're not getting those auction items back because somebody paid credits for it and you don't own it. So please don't put images of your wife up there. videos of your wife and list it in the auction, because sadly, whoever buys your wife now owns your wife. So that's the way it is. Other than that, I love it that we have a lot of people making safer work art too. There's a huge diversity. So it's very important that we keep from their eyes anything that they don't want to be seeing to begin with. That's very important. So play the game, make sure you flag stuff, you get free points, and enjoy. If you have questions, let me know. Sounds good, everybody. I personally would never generate anything if the queue was that high. Even though you want your video done, there are times of the day where absolutely no one's generating anything. And as soon as this training's done, I will flip the third card back on and it'll cut this down by 1/3. But it probably won't be done tonight because that's a 20-hour training. So, sorry, I was thirsty. And that tasted like garbage. So, if anyone has questions, write me on the site. Don't write me on here. I rarely use YouTube except for I don't want to be loading my site with a bunch of long videos I want people to watch and slow down bandwidth for everybody else. So I purposely use YouTube for that because that's what they do. So write me on YouTube, or not on YouTube. Write me on the site or comment on something of mine or reach out to my email. If you've got suggestions, if you want to get involved, yes, there is an operating agreement. Yes, you can do this, and it is so much easier than you think it is. So, everyone have a great night, morning, evening, wherever you are. It's nighttime for me. It's about 11:30 or 12. I'm not really sure, but it's pretty late. I'm going to get back at the site, upload this video, and get you guys to watch it. And hopefully, I don't have to pay you to watch it, because you wanted to learn something, how to use the site and stop wasting your money. All right, have a good night.